Greetings, 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 free people. A new faculty of thinking with the trivium and the quadrivium method. Yeah, man. First, we must say give thanks and praise to the mystic laws, the cosmic laws of the universe and its protective functions and forces in nature that guide our thoughts and our path in all ways that are lawful, correct, and positive. Give thanks and praise. Give thanks and praise. Give thanks and praise. So we said the trivium method and the quadrivium, but we're going to take it step by step. So this is just the introduction to our people. Yeah, man. Now when we say trivium, we really are talk about grammar, logic, and rhetoric. And grammar, the input, the knowledge, the data. Logic are the processing or the understanding or the removing of the contradiction from that data, giving you what is known as comprehension or understanding. And rhetoric now is the output, the expression, the action, where this, what I said, is called wisdom, put it that way. So it's grammar, logic, and rhetoric. And next way for term it knowledge, understanding, and wisdom in that specific order. Because first you have to gather the information, gather the data, gather the knowledge, and then you remove the contradiction from that body of knowledge, that body of data, that information. By doing that, again, understanding, comprehension, and then the expression of such, the actions, like when I'm on travel out there, it's wiseness, wisdom. So we say give thanks, free people. Give thanks, Awuwak, Indian. Give thanks. Now, we're going to touch upon natural law. Yeah, man, nature's law. And we're going to look at the etymology of natural law. Real quick. We're now going to get to scholarly. This is more for my common folk. Yeah, man. Here on this American island in the West Indies, known as Jamaica, now called Jamaica, and by extension, our people across the earth. Now, natural law, it's a natural. Etymological definition would be present in or produced by nature. That's number one. A, not acquired. So this natural law is not acquired. It is inherent. And synonyms to such is innate, native, characteristic, indigenous, inherent. So we are talking about natural law. And them have a few breakdown. When you look it up etymologically, you will see the Middle English and the Old French and all of those things. Then it said nature is inherent and exists outside of the cause by humans. Nature is the universe, not simply greenery in nature, nor the animals, nor the environment of the planet. And it is said also the Egyptian word natur. Natur can be seen as the original source for the word nature. And natur has the meaning divine, God, or spirit. Natural then means related to spirit. It is a law whose essence comes from the spiritual domain and manifests in the physical reality. So nature's law, natural's law, is not of man. You know what I mean? It's inherent within man. And this is where the fundamental rights and freedom derived from. So we adhere to natural law in this context. Now we can take a look at, we look at nature, now we take a look at law. We're going to use the freedictionary.com. And it is said most definitions are related to human legal forms, but this is the sense of the word being discussed here. Law, a code of principles based on morality, conscience, or nature. A principle of organization, procedure, or technique. And then again, Middle English from Old English, lago, from Old Norris, lago variant of lag, that which is laid down. See, leg in Indo-European roots, literally something laid down or fixed, from Proto-Germanic, legan, meaning put or lay. Law, with a capital L, is something laid down and put into a fixed position in existence, immutable, unchanging. So that is what law means, immutable and unchanging, fixed position. But this is when you read and see the uppercase L, so it have a specific, that's a connotation. So again, we're not going to try and make this too long. We just want to emphasize when we say we adhere to the universal laws of nature, we're not really out of order. You know what I mean? We're not crazy or insane. We're only talking about the natural law, and the natural law is where that's is unwritten. It's an unwritten law. And then again, we look at principles from late 14th century. Origin, source, beginning. This is the same principle. The word principle we're looking at etymologically. Rule of conduct, axiom, basic assumption, elemental aspect of a craft or discipline. From Anglo-French, principle, Old French, principle, origin, cause, principle. From Latin, principium, plural, principia, a beginning, commencement, origin, first part in plural. Foundation, elements. From prince, which is from prime, late 14th century. First in order, from Latin, primus, first, the first part. 1. An accepted or professed rule of action or conduct. That's principle. 2. A fundamental law, axiom, or doctrine. Example, the principle of physics. Principles. A personal or specific basis of conduct or management. To adhere to one's principles. 4. A guiding sense of the requirements and obligation of right of conduct. A person of principle. So we basically touch upon these things just to highlight the fact that we adhere to nature and nature's God. We adhere to nature's law, the laws of the universe. And it said natural law or law of nature does not mean the law of the jungle or of our environmental condition. Natural law is not the imitation of the functionality of plants or animals in nature. Each species has its own nature to follow, not to imitate the nature and evolution development of other species and evolutionary developments of other species. Neither is natural law, the natural law from early 15th century, or natural order as apparent order in nature from 1960s. Natural law is based in principle of truth about the reality we live in. Principles are first and foremost at the root, the most necessary and important, a foundation to build upon. The word principle expresses natural, moral law in the very way we use the word itself, such as in principle and on principle. Natural law is an essential property of existence. It is born into being and is forever there in our reality without human causality. Our aim and goal is to put these principles things first in our lives, to recognize and align with them because they are based in truth, not belief. Man's society is not putting original generative beginning in foundational principles first, but trivialities, lies, and deception. Therefore, natural law is not man's law, or it is not of man. It's inherent. It's from the creator of nature. Yeah, man. The liberty of man consists solely in this, that he obeys the laws of nature because he is himself recognized. He has himself recognized them as such, and not because they have been imposed upon him externally by any foreign will whatsoever. This is a quote by Mikhail Bakunin. Yeah, man. I would say gratitude, complete gratitude. It's a salute. Yeah, man. Salute. And this information I find on a platform called evolveconsciousness.org. So people can look at it. So this is where, we choose to align ourselves with nature's law. Yeah, man. You have the law of cause and effect. You have the laws of attraction. You have the laws of karma. You have the golden rules, which is do unto others as you'll have them do unto you. We have the 7 hermetic principles, which are the principle of mentalism, the principle of correspondence, the principle of vibration, the principle of polarity, the principle of rhythm, the principle of cause and effect, or cause and consequence, the principle of gender, male or female. Well, now them have transgender. So this is what we are dealing with: natural law, universal order. So this is our new faculty of thinking with the trivium and the quadrivium method of learning. And it's just the introduction. So we choose to apply ourselves this way. And it's a step-by-step process. When we say natural law, this is where we are. And me have to go lay out some of these things in writing to such a degree where our people can choose to adhere to these principles, much higher principles. And we now come and say you have to set this way or that way. We have said this is what it is and this is how we are choose to govern ourselves. Yeah, man. Free will. Yeah, man. Free will. Free will. This is all we have to bring, is our free will to choose to be free. And we adhere to the universal order, to the laws of nature. Yeah, man. Hawa, the breath of life. Hawa, the breath of life. Hawa, the breath of life. Yeah, man. No imagery. It's just our cognizance, you know. It's just knowing, not believing, or not just believing. It's actually knowing. So we give thanks and praise and we choose to take it step by step. Yeah, man. So we say, you know, divine knowledge is the order of the day. Correct knowledge is the order of the day. And we say freedom, free dominion, free domain. We're choosing our own path. Yeah, man. We are writing our own story. We are here. We've always been here. And will always be here. We are Awak Indian nation, this specific society. And we're a free people by our own free will choice. And we choose to govern ourselves, self-govern. Yeah, man. Sovereign state of being in our capacity. So it's a free will people. The race is not for the swift and not necessarily for the strong, but for those who can endure to the victorious end. And again, many shall be called, but very few shall be chosen. Yeah, man. In my Father's house are many mansions, and if it were not so, would have told you. Separate from her, get out of her. Establish your house. And write your name in the book of life. Yeah, man. Only you can do that as a living man, as a living soul manifest as man. Yeah, man. Public record 1494. That's the year we were invaded by the Spaniard. They came here in this region in 1492 and came to this island in 1494. So people need to go see public record 1494. Go check it out. See what's there. It should said, I as man, I am immune. Yes, I am. So it's a step-by-step process, people. The brave may fall, but never yield. We say bold and brave, firm and strong. Again, we have a machete, a chop out our way. So we shall seem unconventional, and that is okay. We are a free people, and I am that free man. Yeah, man. Truly, we do give thanks. Freedom, free dominion, free domain. A new faculty of thinking with the trivium and the quadrivium method of learning. Now our people need to go do those kind of research and let us rise together only because we can. Let's be great, for that's our only option. Yeah, man. Let's be great. Higher level. This is the next level of people. For my common folk here on the island, we can do it. We are doing it. Around here, this Nestorian king, this sovereign man, Aua, I am he, I am it around here. Yeah, man. Superior and supreme. Superior court of record is supreme. So you have to go check out them document there and get in line. Give thanks and praise. Truly, give thanks and praise. I must say this. The people that must sit down waiting on freedom while wait on into perpetuity without receiving anything at all. Freedom is not a gift. The only time you get freedom as a gift is by your birth. You get it from the Most High Creator. And when you manifest in this world, then, as they would say, with the registration of a legal entity, then you enter the world of commerce. And as such, step by step, you make the adjustment, make the correction, make the amendment, and learn how to navigate in the sea of commerce. It's neither here nor there. It's a free will thing. If you choose to go down all these rabbit holes with all these gurus, these special people, these geniuses, and I have to salute these people. But that's a free will choice. I have no interest in going there. Yeah, man, we are create our own process. This is the old way. But we don't necessarily ask permission. Yeah, man, we just dictate our own actions step by step. Free will, people. Free will. Again, what is law? What is law? It's safe to assume that law are codes of principles based on morality, conscience, or nature. Again, law can be a principle of organization, procedure, or technique. This is what law is. Literally, something laid down or fixed. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So when we look at the word law with a capital L, it should represent something laid down and put into a fixed position in existence, immutable, unchanging. So this is what law is. So obviously, these codes and regulations that are being imposed are not law. They're corporate bylaws, lowercase l. And this is honorable clarification. This is no knock on what it is or no disrespect. This is just honorable clarification for our clarity. Yeah, man. So we said, to God be the glory. Yeah, man. To the creator of nature be the glory. Yeah, man. And we are an extension of such. Yeah, man. So we say free will. Again, we are there to natural law. And when we say natural law, we are talking about present in nature or produced by nature, not acquired, but inherent. That's what we mean when we are talking about natural, because nature is inherent and exists outside of the cause of man. So these are honorable clarification. Honorable clarification. So when we say we are dealing with natural law, nature's law, we just take it right here. You know what I mean? As the basic, you just say stepping stone. This is the foundation of what we are dealing with. Our good sister, what's her name? Katie Curry, something like that. She have her natural law and her form. You know what I mean? With the court of ages, and I love all of that. But for my people, this is where we are, at the root of all of it. And we keep it simple. So again, clarity. Clarity. Trivium method. Who, what, why, where, and when. And when you think we're done, we're going to ask you how. So this is how we are choose to move forward. Gratitude, people. Gratitude.